No,
Okay.
I recently was hanging with Al B. Shore.
Okay. How's he doing just from from a health perspective? How do he look? Now, interesting enough, you know who will also be tied up into it after the Jamie thing would be Al B. Shore. Al B. Shore name starts circulating. People was like, damn, then Al B. Shore come out and kind of seemingly suggest that Diddy was a part of his stroke or what he had going
And
on.
I ain't want to say his name, but well, thank you. You put it out there.
Well, Al B.
But
Shore?
I
Okay.
recently was hanging with Al B. Shore.
Okay.
At Chris
How's
Spencer's.
he doing just from from a health perspective? How do he look?
He looks great.
Okay.
He looks great. Like, he's not going to be running and jumping over fences and, you know what I'm saying, doing
Yeah.
backflips. But he could jog down the block. You know what I mean? Like, he's getting back to himself. You know, if you see Al B. Shore, you know that God is real. You
What
know what I'm
makes you say
saying?
that?
Because, like, from the condition that he was in and for what he has endured to be where he is today,
Right.
whew, baby, Jesus Christ,
Right.
right? There has to be a God.
Right.
You know what I mean? But not getting into to any detail about the things that he said, but to answer your question, yes, I believe the drugging. I believe the drugging due to knowing that what was in his toxicology report, uh, you know, and hearing similar stories about people that cross people in the industry and have got drugged, you know. So, yeah, I believe that it's possible.
The small doubt that I have that does exist when it comes to Diddy, I'm trying to figure out either Diddy is like a complete madman or this is just a conspiracy to kind of get him out the way. Because there's a lot of crazy allegations against this guy. And it seems like it has went on for years. And now people are coming out with their stories. So which is it do you believe? Is Diddy really like a complete madman with a lot of money? Or is someone out to get him out the way?
I think that due to his alleged addiction to drugs, remember that it was a drink champs, right? And they was sitting around. Nori, Irv Gotti was the guest,
Right?
and they were talking about drugs, right? And doing drugs, and for some weird reason, Nori has this infatuation with cocaine stories,
Okay.
right? So Irv says to the table, "Yo, you know who could do some drugs? You know who could do some drugs? That nigga Puff." And everybody was like, "Ooh." Now, I'm sure he got the phone call
Right.
from Puff for that, because, that's really a little too much information
Right.
for public. You know what I'm saying?
Especially
And he got kids
because
and
Diddy
shit.
never got framed that way. I never looked at Diddy and drugs go together. Diddy and drinks and living it up, but it never been drugs.
Right. Well, after that day, I was conscious that Diddy had a drug problem allegedly, because Irv put it out there, right?
Yeah, I sound like Irv being just I want to hear
But you
Taurus.
got to understand, if they sitting around having cocaine stories, and Irv is telling
Right.
Nori
While
that
drinking. Was he drinking in the episode? So you just
yeah,
build
of
loose?
course he was drinking, right? And he's telling Nori a cocaine story or a drug story
Right.
about Puff. How would he know if Puff is doing drugs if he's not indulging?
Right.
Okay, right? So, yeah, what was the question?
We were just talking about Puff's alleged drug use.
Oh, okay, I know
And
where I was
how
at.
was he a
Yeah, I think
madman?
that him being a madman, if he is, you know what I'm saying, which is alleged, but if it was anything, it would be the drugs
The
because you have
drug
the people,
fuels it, maybe.
yeah, because you have the people that say that there's a violent side to him. Even Krishan Rock, she tells a story about how Diddy choked the owner of Zeus and told him don't play with her.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and she's like, yo, I ain't even know Diddy. But, he just looked out because the dude was playing and he like, yo, don't play with her. And just so, you know, Diddy been around for a long time. He been around a lot of gangsters. He been around a lot of
Right. You
gangster
said that
stuff.
before in the
You know what
interview.
I'm
That
saying?
energy done soaked up in him.
Yeah, and what happened in the industry is when you have the persona of a gangster or a bad boy, sometimes you get tested. And Diddy going through the whole thing with, the East Coast, West Coast thing, he
Right.
went through a stage of his life where it was real serious and niggas died and all that, and it toughened him up.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Might be part of the reason why he has the alleged drug abuse, right?
Mm.
From all the stuff that he's seen, right?
Mm.
But that him being around all the gangsters and Big Dad and Wolf Dad and you know what I'm saying, and other people getting killed on the other side and niggas having death threats and you know what I'm saying? A lot of death was around him.
Now, yeah, a lot of death has happened to him. Even the people that meant a lot to him. Andre Harrell,
Heavy
Heavy
D,
D,
yeah.
and then Kim Porter, Biggie. Going back to Kim Porter, they're trying to put that on Diddy as well. They're trying to allege that he was behind that. That's where it's kind of like unfortunate because the truth starts mixing in with the lies or the rumors or the allegations. Because I don't see what the motive would be taking out Kim. Personally, I don't see why, after all these years of being together. So just like, what are your thoughts about that particular allegation that Diddy was behind the reason of losing Kim?
Um, I don't want to touch on that too much because of his kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But um, I'm just gonna be respectful and leave that one on.